The hottest pop culture stories of the day, like Jamie Foxx wins an award at the BET Awards. Plus, Travis and Taylor Kelsey might be more than they seem. And on top of it, why did Glenn Powell and his girlfriend break up? Well, Kendall's going to be pumped when she hears why. This is Hot to Go. I'm Brittany.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Mike.
It was a very emotional night last night at the BET Awards as Stevie Wonder presented Jamie Foxx with the Ultimate Icon Tribute Award. Jamie reflected on his stroke and the journey to recovery, a powerful tribute to resilience and legacy. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. This was such a fun clip to watch. Everybody stood up as soon as Jamie Foxx went up there. And it's cool when you see somebody who's that high up there, like high up in their career, reflect on some of the most important things, which is like his health. Here is Jamie Foxx when he first got up to the podium. He was just kind of spewing things out, and it was just so adorable. Here it is.
I'm not going to turn down. I have so much love to give. I told him, I said, man, bro, just give me one more crack at this. And I promise, I said, whatever reason you put this on me, I promise I'm gonna do right. And I'm gonna do right in front of y'all, because I know a lot of times, you know, when we get on, you know, we forget about where we come from. I said, no, I want to, when I did my special, it was from the black people. Black people was the one that said, man, we got you. Not to say that white people can't pray either. I know that sounds weird, but y'all know what I'm saying. It's like you guys held me down, and I don't want to make this whole speech about that, but you can't go through something like that and not testify.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, everybody was just tears in the audience. He's talking about how he's had a stroke. He was supposed to die. I mean, everybody in his medical field, his medical team was like, you should not be here. He talked about how he literally was just talking to God in that moment, saying like, give me another chance. And I know I will do right by all the things. And like, we've seen Jamie Foxx on a couple things now, and I can say, like, this is I mean, not like he was some awful man before, but you go, there are people in this world I have not experienced where you have that closeness with death, where you just change as a person. And him talking about, like, hey, I know people were praying for me, and like, I appreciate that community, and like, I'm going to try to always do right by my community.
God, I mean, you haven't heard him really get choked up yet either.
Yeah.
Because he was very coy about what had happened to him. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, like, he would just avoid it at all costs, to the point where we were like, was it even that bad? Is he making a big deal? No, it was a massive deal.
Yeah.
And since then, this was what happened, then we're done.
Yeah, we had the special.
There was no emotional, like, live event like this where he could break down. And you think about these celebrities, and we can't help it, no matter how much we talk about them too. They aren't like us. We think that they're superhuman.
Yeah.
When they age and they pass, even when they're in their 90s and they pass away, you see these specials of, oh, remember when she did this? Remember when she was in this movie, or who she dated?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I can't believe they're gone.
I know.
Something like a stroke happens to somebody who seems on top of the world. You're like, I can't believe that happened to you.
Yeah, you're so right, Kendall. It is. It's like these people that that you actually don't know in person, but you feel like you know so well. Jamie Foxx is definitely one of those ones. They're not supposed to be immortal. I mean, they're not supposed to be mortals.
Right.
They kind of like live in your heart and your minds, and you just go, wow, how close we all are. How thankful we should all be. I mean, so much so, Kendall, he started like reflecting on his career, and it was really cute. So he was just kind of hitting the major hits in his life, the songs, the projects he's been in, and how thankful he is, to the point he starts singing one of his biggest hits just out of nowhere. Here's Jamie Foxx at the BET Awards getting so wrapped up in it. He found himself belting.
The music. She checked my mind. Well, I believe, yes, it's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger. way over town that digs on. The rest is history. I know we got to go. There's so many people to thank. Marcus King, I see you out there.
It was just so, you could just feel it in his heart. I mean, how many people will go, a lot of times they avoid singing the thing that, like the biggest things in their career, but he found himself just belting out this song. And I got goosebumps. I go, oh, of course. Like, of course this would be something you said. That's changed my life.
Right.
And I want to reflect on the things that have bring so many people happiness and acknowledge where I am in my career and like, thank you.
His movie, when he played Ray Charles, the movie Ray.
Yeah.
It's not like my favorite movie. I couldn't even quote a line from it. But that movie is one that him singing, playing the piano as Ray Charles, I will never forget. Like it was those actors that you go, you are just of another dimension.
Yeah.
The way that you are living, breathing, portraying this person that makes me feel like I know the person you're playing who is a real human being. It was like chef's kiss. You know why he won all those awards. You know why he is Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. He's so talented.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like you said, kind of take for granted celebrities in general. But yeah, Jamie Foxx is just his career. It's fun to see him reflect and feel emotional. And like, those are the people you want to put on pedestals. And like, sometimes we make the right people famous and it feels like somebody who's he's just saying the things I go, I love that for him. I love that for all of us.
Yeah. Love it. Okay. Do we have an accidental marriage announcement? Attention, everybody. I need you all to bring back your listening ears because there was a little bit of a slip up at a wedding over the weekend. You may remember yesterday we told you about how Taylor and Travis were playing normie and went to Travis's cousin's wedding. We talked about what Taylor wore, how they were so cute. Well, the wedding planner put a little post out like, hey, here's all these things from this beautiful wedding that I did. And one of the things on it said, Taylor and Travis Kelce, table 13. Huh?
Also,
like, does it mean Taylor, no last name needed, and Travis Kelce? Or does it mean Taylor and Travis Kelce, period, dot?
First off, this is insane because even if she was married, she's not changing her last name, people.
No
Maybe,
chance.
I mean, legally, maybe.
But I do love that they put her at table 13. That was very considerate. As a Swiftie, we know that she was born on December 13th. I think this was absolutely like a Cher moment. We know which Taylor you're talking about. And to put Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce on an invitation, it would almost be very overwhelming to write out Taylor Swift. Like, I feel anxious trying to think. I'm like cosplay as somebody inviting Taylor Swift to my wedding.
It's wild. And by the way, this is just to clear any air up too. This was for a different wedding that they couldn't attend. So it was like one of those weird, they were supposed to be here. I planned a wedding Taylor Swift was supposed to be at. She wasn't even there.
Yeah.
But
this seems like a very good way of this event planner getting a lot of people to click on her Instagram post where we see this announcement. It was smart. It made a lot of sense. I will say, though, if there is something to it, it makes sense that it would be with another NFL player. There's been a lot of rumors and rumblings. We've heard Tony Romo even last year slip up a few times and basically just flat out refer to her as his wife.
Yeah.
There's conspiracy theorists out there that they've already gotten married at some point, and this might play into it a little bit.
The only thing that me and Tony Romo have in common is we are inaccurate with our reporting. So these people are not married. They are not. I believe they are engaged. I believe that has already happened. But the wedding's going to be big. The wedding is going to be because their whole theme around Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift has been loving out loud. They're not going to go secretive on the wedding. They're just not. Plus, like, they both have just enjoyed having friends and family and everybody kind of in on it. Like, it's just going to it's going to be too big not to get leaked.
So can I take this off of our group calendar? We have a shared calendar here at work, like many workplaces. My calendar reminds me constantly that on July 19th, I have Taylor Swift's wedding. So
it could still be then.
Yeah, I said they're engaged.
Okay, so we're still keeping this on our shared calendar. So every time I pull up that specific Saturday, I will continue to have a heart attack thinking I forgot someone's wedding.
Just a reminder, one day, I mean, I'm not going to say I was bored, but I went and I looked at, okay, these are the acts that would be at Taylor's wedding. These are the people who are currently active, going across the country performing, who would absolutely be invited to Taylor's wedding. This was like 6 months ago. And I noticed there was a date that a lot of performers, Lana Del Rey, Sabrina Carpenter, I mean, there was a long list of people who've been tied to Taylor that should be at her wedding that just happened, Gracie Abrams, happened to have that date open.
A Saturday.
Selena Gomez? Well, she's not really working right now. But yeah, I'm saying touring artists that all seem to have that day wide open.
Okay, two things can be true. Mike.
I don't have a life. Yep.
Fantastic detective work.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're a little psychotic.
A little bit.
I mean, the fact that you scrolled through all these people and you wrote down on your little calendar, April 27th. June 19th, July 19th, August 25th. Oh, that did just, the fact that you did that is okay.
Anything for the show.
Yeah. For the show.
For the show. It definitely wasn't
just
me. No, it was for the show.
And to be clear, Kendall, every time you have a little mini panic, you should take that energy and think about what we're going to gift Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce for their wedding.
What do you give the woman who needs nothing?
Brittany and Kendall show t-shirt. Doy. Better make it fabulous this year for the state fair.
We should rescue a tiger and name it Taylor Swift and just send her a picture of it.
Well, I mean, I rescued a dog and named her Taylor Swift and her 7 puppies. All right, cool. I've been wanting to tell her that anyways.
Okay.
I also I have so much to tell her. All right, this is going to feed into your Delulu, Kendall. Glenn Powell's ex, Gigi Paris. She said that there's a reason why she broke up with Glenn, and it was because of another woman. She felt like dating Glenn Powell while he was promoting the movie with Sydney Sweeney. As we know, it's a very hot and heavy movie, Anyone But You. And there was so much conversation around them being a couple, Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney had a fiance at the time. Glenn Powell had a girlfriend. Well, it didn't take long till Gigi Paris said, "I'm sick of this. Stand up for me. Tell them that you would never cheat on your girlfriend. Like, I get that you're not saying that you're with Sydney, but I'm sick of the we're not saying we're not kind of promotion." And as we know, Anyone But You got a lot of promotion about how hot and heavy this chemistry was while they're promoting Anyone But You. So anybody in the biz would say, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Just sit on that. Just let the internet do what the internet's going to do and read into every sign, every clue, and build all that around. Well, Gigi Paris was like, hey, I understand that you're putting your career first, but then I'm not first and I'm annoyed. You know, the whole conversation was he would say things like, no, I would never cheat on my girlfriend. I wouldn't do that. Behind doors, but he would never say it publicly. That's all she wanted him to do, and he wasn't going to say that.
And the end was near. I mean,
yeah. I mean, she said that was the reason she was like, I know, I get it. I know how to play the game. Like, she comes from a background because she's a model, and she's like, I get it. Like, it's, the whole world runs on marketing, but I can't be sitting out here looking like a fool for that long.
No, and she shouldn't have had to be. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, sell your movie, sell your thing. But Sydney Sweeney said a couple of times, I'm engaged.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was the smallest little thing. And then people were like, well, are they? It turns out. But at the time, at least her fiance didn't act a fool. Wasn't made to look a fool.
I think for me, if I was married to somebody that was doing this, whatever, because it's on our bank accounts. This movie doing well is good for me as well. I would play that game. But I think being a girlfriend feels a little less secure. It's not like you're benefiting from the PR around this movie. And I'd feel myself being but can you say something?
Really? I would hate it if I was married too.
Really?
Maybe that was the difference, though, because in the case of Sydney Sweeney, they were engaged.
Yeah.
So at least you've gone that step to at least have the engagement. This is a step that I'm sure, because she talks about in the same podcast, this is the guy who's talking about forever with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're having those conversations. They were together for 3 years.
Yeah.
And they were talking about future and talking about forever, but yet he wasn't willing to commit to being to an engagement. And now he's also, for his job, pretending to be with one of the sexiest women in Hollywood.
Or at the very least, not denying it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hell no.
She said, and her big thing she says now is, like, I really want them to be together now at this point. I hope they're together. She said, I hope it was all worth it. I hope you sold a lot of your movies, and I hope that they end up together, because it was like, at least they'd make it worth it for me, you know?
I hope you sold a lot of your movie. Oh, I don't think she means that. I wouldn't mean that. What?
He did, though.
He did, though.
He sold a ton.
I'm just telling you, I don't think I would have a problem with this if I was super secure in my relationship. Like Mike was saying, that he wasn't willing to like get that ring on. I would say, if I was married and I felt good about it, and I'd be like, they have chemistry. Like, I'd be like, let this play out. Like, let's get that beach house doll. Like, we'll laugh our way to the bank.
Nope.
But
no way. No. So you will not make me look like a fool. You will not make it look like you are actually attracted to the sexiest woman on the planet right now. And me just standing there and you not defending the fact that you're not actually with this person. Hail to the no. You want to get your butt kicked? See it happen. No.
I'm with Brittany.
Oh,
and
stop.
I think this is just... There was another issue. There was a commitment issue. Glenn Powell wasn't willing to commit to this woman.
You think?
Yeah, exactly. Obviously.
Totally.
And this just happened to be the thing that put him over the edge.
And what a great place to say that this is the breakup. Mm-hmm. In reality, like Mike said, I mean, if you're married to somebody or if you're dating somebody for 3 years and you're both in your 30s, it's like, hey, what are we doing here?
Yeah. We're either both in the we're not getting married ever camp, or one of us is getting strung along.
Yeah.
And this works out well because we're talking about Gigi Paris. So now she's benefiting from the relationship that is Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney as well.
We all bank from it. For
Gigi
some
Paris.
reason, we all continue to cash checks from their fake relationship.
I'm sorry, Gigi. I'm rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you.
Okay. What we are rooting for is a nice Bachelor in Paradise season. And I don't mean like be nice. I don't really care. I'd actually prefer if you're not nice, but a nice one in the sense that it's worth watching. And so far, so good. They just released the cast list for season 10. There will be surprises. There will be random people thrown in the mix, but the opening cast list has officially been called. We're not going to read them all, but here are the standouts. We have bad guy from Jen's season, not the one she picked, Devil. He ain't back. He's not allowed to be back. Sam. He was the construction worker. You guys remember him? He was like super sexy construction worker that all the guys hated because he was like, I'm going to make out with her and steal her from all of you guys all the time because I'm the hottest one here.
He's like, I don't have a problem stepping on toes.
Yeah, that guy. Sam. And then two of the fan favorites that people just loved, Hakeem and Jonathan. Hakeem was the really funny guy who always like had the balloons when he came and met Jen. He had like 100 balloons attached to his back.
Okay.
Adorable. And Jonathan, he was just a very lovable person. They're in. Alex, she was from Grant's season, the very last Bachelor. She was the Canadian girl who brought the llama on to the first impression, got the first impression rose, and their date just fizzled to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys you have to remember this because I remember telling you about it. When they went to a closed shopping mall for their date.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, that's
what? No.
Last of Us.
Yeah, feeling
zombies were coming.
Zombies. That's her.
Yep.
That's her. So we want Alex to find someone. We love her. She got screwed on Grant season. Bailey and Zoe were both part of his season, both very dramatic. So that'll bring some good tension into the house. Kat, she was from Joey's season a couple seasons ago. She did Bachelor in Paradise last year and brought all the drama every night. And she's back. So thank God.
Yeah.
But the biggest catch of them all, the biggest fish, Dale Moss. This man is beautiful. He was on Claire's season of The Bachelor. And if you don't remember it, it's because it happened over the pandemic at like a weird hotel. And it only lasted for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because she left the season after 3 episodes and said, I picked my guy. I don't need to be here anymore. They get engaged for the first time ever in The Bachelor. This has never happened.
And it was Dale Moss?
The show. And this guy, Dale Moss, is her fiance. They break up within a year because Claire's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Dale ends up dating some interior designer who's famous on HGTV. So again, he's in the spotlight. They broke up. And guess where he is? On Bachelor in Paradise.
He's rolling to the island. Okay, I love. What about my Goldens? Tell me about who's on, because that's the only thing I care about. It's the only reason I'm watching this season.
Brittany.
Because I'm out of the Bachelor completely. Like all the things you talked about, I only know from you, Kendall.
Yep.
Brittany. I need to know my Goldens are on the island.
You need to know, this is what I said when you came in today. And it's like, do not read this article because we had our heart broken. The Goldens are not involved with the initial casting. In other words, they've just used this as a marketing ploy, and they're going to have Leslie Fima and Gary pop up for one random episode, play pickleball, and probably go home. I am so frustrated by this.
He's very upset. He's very upset.
It grinds my gears.
I'm going to need to be on a body break.
Yeah. They lied.
That's the only reason I was like, as a show, we are watching this, because I only care about the Golden Bachelor at this point.
Correct.
Excuse me. I want to make sure I make a mental note of this and an actual physical note. I had Brittany using the word body break and Mike using the words grind my gear in the same 30-second span.
Yeah. We're hitting every age group.
Okay.
Gogo probably is on a body break right now for some sort of abuse she gave somebody.
We're talking about the Goldens not being involved. I'm going to say grind my gears.
I
need a burger.
We talked. Okay. I'm telling you, this was a point of conversation across the board. Like at my workout class, me and my ride or dies were literally LOLing so hard that the Goldens were going to be on this season. We said to ourselves, we are watching this. This is amazing. I kind of love this. Like, it's such a weird vibe. I have no interest in the normal. I have no interest in this.
These two are going to show up. Jack's going to show up, hit the grill. Hey, got you guys your burgers. And then he's going to walk away the next episode and it's over. I'm so frustrated by this.
But did you really want Jack dating Kat?
Yes. I didn't want them dating, but I want weird interactions. Yes. I want something interesting. The Bachelor in Paradise is not interesting to me.
That young guy there can't cook you a burger like I can.
Or like, what about like how cute would it be if they're like, I don't know if I should go with this guy. He's giving me red flags. And Jack sits down and goes, what are the red flags? Tell me about it. Is it like barbecue sauce on a burger? Like, that's what I want.
That's what we need.
That's what we need.
You don't need that.
The divide in the US of A right now is huge. What we can all get behind is the idea of old people partying on Bachelor in Paradise with these youngins who are just there for clout. And the old people there they don't know why they're there.
I watch Bachelor in Paradise because I like when people argue about how big their pecs can flex and how much tequila they can drink and how much they can make out. Like, I don't need any of those things.
Brittany and I are looking for this.
When you're cooking a burger, don't ever pat it down. Right. Today we've got a
Don't ever do it.
Don't ever pat it down. And when he said the idea of putting barbecue, he's like, I don't know about that.
32 years, never cooked a barbecue, never cooked a burger with barbecue sauce.
Never. I'm no interest in that. I'm watching Love Island, and I'm telling you, anything that you want is on Love Island. It's so good. And they have like the secret cameras everywhere.
Like Big Brother style?
Yes. And they meet each other, and that night they have to sleep in a bed together, which is the most intimate thing I think you can do with a human.
That's so weird.
It's so weird.
I would just be like, I am actually a lesbian, and I would like to cuddle with one of the girls. Thank you.
Like, I would seem like a smart option. The idea of sleeping with a complete stranger in a bed to me is like, are we going to share socks next?
I don't know. We'll see what happens about having the Golden Bachelor people on this episode. There have been, Wells Adams, who does the bartending.
Yeah.
He has said that, like,
who's on Traitors?
This could still happen. He actually talked about Bill Belichick.
Oh, wow. Of course he did.
And how he's dating someone younger. So they're still keeping it open.
And I will say, we're speculating as it's only going to be one episode. We don't really know. They didn't say anything about the announcement. They just announced this is the initial cast, and we don't know yet how the Goldens are going to work in, but we do know Leslie and the other Gary will be a part of it.
Are we crazy? Tell us in the comments. Are we insane? This is hot to go, and we gave you it hot and ready to go.